Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am here with a look at the DOLA Dagger replica from the movie Freaky by Trick or Treat Studios. Just want to give you guys a quick look at the packaging if you guys want to read, what's on the back there, before I open this sucker up. The first thing I noticed out of the box is this thing's got some weight to it. Like, I wouldn't call it heavy, but this is not hollow plastic. This is solid. I think it's resin, and it definitely feels like it is not hollow. Now, there are some pretty good details on this. If you've seen the movie Freaky, this looks just like how the DOLA Dagger looks in the film as far as the sculpt goes. Tony Gardner is credited with working on this on the box, and I think it shows because this looks, identical to the prop. I love the paint on this, where this actually reads, like you could tell, like I know this is just paint. It's just goldish copperish paint. But it does come off as metallic in person. And then the patina effect looks really, really good too. Like, if you didn't know any better and you looked at this for a second, just, on the shelf, you would think this was like real metal, real copper. The engraving on here looks good on both sides. So yeah, the blade itself, as far as the bluish greenish effect meets the brown, meets the metallic goldish coppery effect, great. Here's the little, where the little jewel or whatever is. In the movie, it lights up. Would it be cool if it lit up here? Yeah, it would be. But as far as just like, replica sitting on the top tabletop, it would be also neat if there was just like some sort of plastic jewel or something, but it definitely does look like, it's been painted on. But it looks fine. It's not a deal breaker. The wash on this, if it is in fact a wash, is pretty good. I looked at this in a store that had several, and that's the one thing that's pretty inconsistent, is the paint on this. Some of the lines were really, really dark here. Some of them were barely painted. Same thing with the head. Some of the teeth barely had any paint within the nooks and crannies. Some had really heavy-handed paint along the cracks of the teeth, around the eye ridges, and some stray paint. So I was lucky that I was at a store that let me kind of pick out the one I wanted. Also the little, like, I think it's supposed to be some sort of bandage. Some had a heavier kind of paint app over this, but on the whole, they all look pretty good. Just up to you how dark you want that paint to highlight the sculpt, or how little you want that paint to highlight this sculpt. Or whether it's a scan or a mold taken from the original. I don't know. All I know is this looks really, really cool in hand. I like the movie Freaky a lot. I'm a big fan of Chris Landon and his output, and having Trick or Treat Studios make something like this for fans, I think is super cool. This is made by Universal, like the movie, which means that Trick or Treat had a licensing deal with Universal. That licensing deal is over. So they are no longer making this. So if you ever see this like online or in stores and you want it, I wouldn't wait too long, because they are no longer manufacturing this. So anyway, I love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this knife, and if you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.